for a live stream, kind of behind the scenes on some of the things I'm working on. And our podcast this week was on traveling to South Africa. And I just wanted to share one of the things that I had been working on behind the scenes was to put our picture book together. And I figure at some point we will be, really, we can't remember everything we've done on some of these trips. So I put a lot of these together. It was one of the first things I did about our trip, and some of those great memories that I was able to capture, and we were able to capture on film. And also I took little notes on this trip, and I love going behind the scenes and show you kind of part of my process, and this is it. I carry these little index cards, and so I took little notes as we were going along. And so this was a huge trip. South Africa was not on our bucket list. It wasn't like something that I had wanted to go to for so long. I had just read these amazing reviews on this trip, so I went ahead and thought, okay, so let me book this trip. And our guide had these little books, one on the mammals and one on the birds. And I took enough notes to be able to remember some of those animals that I was taking pictures of. But I picked these up in the airport, and I'm so glad I did now, because I don't know where I'd find them. I'm sure I could find them on Amazon or something, but it really helped me to even put this book together, because I wanted to document in this book. I wanted to write some of the areas, like some of our memories, some of the day by day, so we could remember really what we did. So that was part of the process, even behind the scenes. Another thing I'm working on are a series of articles about the roundabout hero. And if you've been with me and you've been with the podcast, Women at Halftime podcast, you know that I talk about Hero Mountain and Hero Mountain Summit. I've written a book called The Summit, Journey to Hero Mountain. And I'm also branding the roundabout hero. This is part of what my keynote speech is on, is helping people, especially at mid-career, at halftime of life, get out of an endless roundabout. And with the processes of being able to do that. So I'm working on a series of articles for this, and I'll be able to put out some podcasts and even some free downloads on that. It's a little behind the scenes, what I'm working on. Also, I'm still working on a little historical course for Czarina the musical, putting the actual history behind some of the writing, the fictional writing. So that'll be coming out as well. All of those things kind of balanced together. I'm through with a long run that I did a lot of sub work at the Disney Grand Hotel and Spa, I guess it was. But I was with the organization. It was a wonderful, wonderful engagement. So that was a lot of fun. Kind of my music chops were up. And I've put a little bit more of sight reading back into my daily schedule, just to try to keep some of those chops, even though I can play for hours and hours upon end. I like to keep up the technical as well. I'll be updating a little bit on the Learn Music Again Facebook page today as well. That is a free, you can sign up free on that. It's an easy ramp up, and I'll be letting you know about some of those resources. So thank you for being with me. This was a lot of fun to be able to go behind the scenes. It's kind of fun for me to talk about all of these projects and things coming out. And I will look forward then to being with you next time. Deborah Johnson. Make sure you connect with me. goalsforyourlife.com/newsletter. Get on our weekly newsletter. I don't spam you, that you can get all the updates. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.